from NIT Jalandhar to a working professional and then deciding to crack CAT.
लहरों से डर के नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती.
You are saying that your decision to not go for MBA but to take the placement after NIT Jalandhar
Yeah.
actually helped you.
So there were many low points, I would say, during my interview where I thought you have ruined up your interview. So I was on the verge of crying. Have a good peer group and discuss the mocks.
Today we have CAT 2022 topper Parul Arora with us. She has paved her way from an engineering institute to IIM Ahmedabad. And in this video, we are going to talk to Parul and know her experience with IIM Ahmedabad, personal interview, her strategy to crack CAT 2022, and the tricky questions that she faced during the interview process, and much more. And of course, lastly, we will ask her some tips and tricks for the upcoming aspirants. Firstly, congratulations on your admission at IIM Ahmedabad. Please tell us something about yourself.
My name is Parul Arora and I'm currently working with Accenture as a senior analyst. I have a work ex of 2.5 years. I graduated from NIT Jalandhar in 2020 and I've done my schooling from St. Joseph's Bathinda.
Okay, so from NIT Jalandhar to a working professional and then deciding to crack CAT and taking admission at IIM. How did this happen? What was the strategy behind it? Please tell us something.
Yeah, so I thought of doing MBA in my final year as well, but back then I also got placement into Accenture. So I was a bit double-minded at that time to what to pursue and what not to. So back then I thought of okay, I'll go for a work ex of around 2 years and then maybe I'll come back to CAT and then give it a shot later on.
Why IIM Ahmedabad? Was it always IIM Ahmedabad or did you even try other B schools as well?
I wanted the top three, the ABC. I was okay with any of these three. So, but after the results were out, it made me, more hopeful of getting into IIM Ahmedabad. So I just kept my fingers crossed until the result was out.
So I guess you scored 99.93 percentile in CAT. So it was expected from your end? You were confident about it?
Actually, no. Like I somehow figured out that my exam went well, but till the time scores were out, I had a raw score of 102. So most of the websites were predicting close to 99.5 or 6, like. But on the day of the result, like seeing 99.93, it was a bit surprising for me as well.
So how does it feel getting admission to one of the top IIMs and of course top B schools in India?
Yeah, this feeling is like out of the world. My interview was a lot of grilling. It was a lot grilling interview. So I was not expecting, like it was in the ratio of 30-70, like 30% I'll get selected and 70% I had it in mind ki Parul, don't dream big now. Give it a pause. So, but it was like next level thing to experience.
Okay, so what were the other institutes? Which ones did you apply apart from IIM Ahmedabad?
Apart from IIM Ahmedabad, I applied for Bangalore, Calcutta, Kozhikode, Lucknow, Indore, and FMS. Also, before my Ahmedabad result, I had converted XLRI as well.
Please tell the candidates about your VAT topic and how did you present it? How did you present your argument?
Okay, my what topic was the layoffs. Like how is it like good or bad? Basically, it was about the layoffs. So I had since I belong to the corporate sector, so I had seen friends and people on LinkedIn getting laid off. So I had a thing in mind what is happening after Corona and how the economy is sliding down. So first I wrote a couple of points down and then put it into paragraphs and presented the argument there.
Okay, so any tricky part about that you faced? Anything specific that you would like to share with candidates?
The WAT was very like pretty much clear. Like there was no tricky part as such in the WAT.
Okay. Okay, so how was your personal interview experience? Or we often see that candidates clear CAT, but they
Yeah.
are very scared, saying that personal interview is like top notch, and they have to.
Yeah.
There are a lot many questions, many tricky questions that they have to go through. So please share your
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, my interview experience, like my interview, first of all, lasted for close to 25 to 30 minutes. And they started off with my acads. Like they started asking questions from my academic background. That is, like I did my BTech in computer science and engineering. So they were asking questions from there. So first 10-15 minutes were a lot grilling. I was not able to answer many questions. Like they were asking some PhD level questions, if I'm not wrong, because
Okay.
they were not a part of our curriculum. I asked my friends also once I was out, ki, like, did we ever study that? So they were like, no, we did not.
So
Like
you're
it
saying that there were questions that were completely out of syllabus.
exactly, like exactly. But they made me feel ki, okay, are you sure you did your BTech from NIT? Because it doesn't seem so. At
Oh,
that point, I was like, you don't have to cry, just maintain your face. You don't have to, uh, shatter down in front of them. I maintained my cool and we moved forward. Then the latter part of the interview was good. Like they asked me about my hobbies and my hometown, the expected questions, I would say, like what is
okay.
expected from an MBA interview. So one of the things they asked me was derivation. So at that time, I was writing down the derivation and I just broke that pencil into two. And that added on to my stress a lot. Ki, what will they think? Like, what is she doing? So they were like calm on that thing. They were like, okay, you just keep it aside and you take up the new pencil. So there were many low points, I would say, during my interview, where I thought you have ruined up your interview. So I was on the verge of crying
Oh
like
God.
once I was out. So yeah,
So now
that
the crying part is over. You've gotten the admission, and now all
yeah,
the things have
like
started.
it, exactly. It was least expected, so it adds on to the happiness.
How much credit will you give on your academics and professional experience from IIM Ahmedabad selection?
From Ahmedabad selection, I would say ACADS also played a very important role. I have a academic profile of 998. So this was a strong point, I would say. They prefer consistent candidates. Like I've met people around, and WorkX also, it adds on to your points for selections. I've seen people with a much higher percentile, but no WorkX. They have been rejected by A. So I think like they have a strong, focus on the people with work ex as
So
well.
you are saying that your decision to not go for MBA but to take the placement after NIT
Yeah,
Jalandhar actually helped you. It
yeah,
came
yeah.
as an advantage in your admission process.
Exactly, exactly.
Nice.
I did not know it back then कि it would prove this helpful, but yes, it proved to be helpful.
Okay. There are many candidates who must be watching us right now and who are preparing for CAT or maybe looking forward to take admission to IIM or any other top B school. So, what are the tips or some like idea you want to give about how the candidate should go with his or her preparation strategy for the
Okay.
admission and for cracking CAT?
Yeah, first of all, if either you have joined coaching or you are doing it on your own, the first thing to maintain is your consistency. Like, be consistent in your preparation, not like one day you're studying and the other day, you just chill and again, you third day you start studying. No, you don't have to do this. Be consistent in your preparation. And the second thing I would recommend is to identify your weak areas. What we generally as students do is we run away from things that we are weak into. Like if I am weak in geometry, I'll prefer ki nahi, nahi, I won't go for geometry. I'll do something else. But no, but you never know ki geometry mein you come across a easy question and then you repent over that thing. So it is better you identify your weak areas and at least do the basics. Not if not the advanced thing, you just have a clear vision of the basics so that if easy question comes up you are able to solve that. And the third thing I would recommend is mocks, like that you appear for mocks, and more important than that is have a good peer group and discuss the mocks. Like I had a very good peer group, so we used to discuss every mock that we used to give, so that the next time the same question is coming, we don't do it wrong, or we have a trick for that. So a discussion of mocks is really important, and the analysis of them. So these three things.
So I believe that this must be your strategy for CAT preparation as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
So now your journey as an IIM student is going to start.
Yes.
What do you think is going to be on your plate once you graduate from this institute? And what are your future career plans?
Future career plans include, like, a good placement into a good firm. And what I think IMA is going to offer is good networking. They formed a WhatsApp group now, and I see people from diverse backgrounds, like doctors, advocates, fashion designers. So there is a lot of diversity, I would say. So yes, it is going to be a great learning experience with a brilliant minds across India. So I will, I guess, get to learn a lot of new things, and I'll have a new experience to share later on.
So is there any special message or a line or something to positively uplift the students that are preparing for CAT or IIM admission right now? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, there's a famous saying कि लहरों से डर के नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. So this CAT journey is like a roller coaster ride. Like it will have many ups and downs, Have a good peer group, involve your family, and just stay positive throughout the journey. Like there will be burnout times, you will feel like, okay, I'm not giving CAT, or okay, I'm done. But stay positive through those moments. You will definitely end up in a good place.
Very well said, Parul. And with this, we now know that you need to focus on your strength, work on your weakness, stay consistent, and be positive throughout your journey. This is what Parul had to say about her decision to go for IIM Ahmedabad, about her strategy for CAT 2022. So any queries, any comments you want to share, you can give it in the comment section below, and we will come again with another video, another topper here on Siksha.com. Signing off, Anna Mansari with Parul Arora. Thank you.